Greetings, metalheads. Welcome to the Friday 13th YouTube channel. I hope you're having a great day. So today you're going to be watching a review of the new live Magnum album, which is called Live at KK Steel Mill. It's just recently come out on Steam Records on the 10th of January. Check it out, and if you're a fan of Magnum, you're really going to enjoy this. Cheers. As we all know, guitarist Tony Clarkin passed away a couple of years ago, which is really sad news. The band were actually formed back in 1972 by Tony, guitarist, and also vocalist Bob Catley, two fantastic musicians, as we all know. Formed in Birmingham, England, the band released their debut album back in 1982. This was called Chasing the Dragon. Now, the band were formed in Birmingham, England, and it wasn't long before the band would release their debut album back in 1982. This was the album called Chasing the Dragon. With the success of the debut album, it wasn't long before the band released their next album in 1979. This was called Magnum II, another great album. In total, the band have released 23 albums. That is a really successful career for the band. The band's last album was released in 2024. This was called Here Comes the Rain. Sadly, this was the last album that featured Tony Clarkin. And when we look back at the band's history, the success that they've had with so many great albums like Wings of Heaven, Vigilante, On a Storyteller's Night, Goodnight L.A, Sleepwalking, the list just goes on and on and on. I'd like to know, guys, what your favourite Magnum album is. For me, it's On a Storyteller's Night, which is a cult classic in my opinion. Now, this album, like I said, was recorded at KK Steel Mill. If you haven't done anything about KK Steel Mill, it's KK down there from Judas Priest. He has his own nightclub. Me, personally, I've never been there, but I'd love to go and see a band there. It's an ionic place that has to be checked out. So this album is released as a double CD, triple vinyl, and features some of the band's finest work. It comes with a really nice package and features 16 songs. So I'm going to tell you now what the songs are for this live album. So now I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for this live album. We're going to open up with Days of No Trust, Lost on the Road to Eternity, The Monsters Roar, The Archway of Tears, Dance of the Black Tattoo, Where You Are in Eden, The Flood, The Day After the Night Before, Wild Swan, Les Mortis Dasent, Rocking Chair, All England's Eyes, Vigilante, Kingdom of Madness, On a Storyteller's Night, and the last song is called Sacred Hour. So that's the song titles for this live album. I'm just going to briefly now play the album and tell you what I think of the live performance, the sound, and what the songs sound like. Thanks for listening. Now, the opening track, Days of No Trust, is an absolute fantastic opening song. Really it's got an intro that really builds up into a really powerful song. Bob is an amazing singer, as we all know. Small and mighty. The same could be said for Ronnie James Dio. But this is a great way to pay homage to Tony Clarkin. It's just a shame that this wasn't released as a live DVD. Hopefully it might have been recorded and it may come out in the very near future. Let's hope so. So the band's current lineup is Bob Catley on vocals. We'd have Rick Benton. We'd have Lee Morris on drums. As we all know, Lee was involved with Martial Law, Paradise Lost. We'd also have Dennis Ward on bass guitar. As we all know, his involvement with Pink Cream 69, his previous band. And we'd also have Brendon Riley in the band. So that's the current lineup. Now, the next song is called Lost on the Road to Eternity. This is a really, really good song. It's very beautifully composed. Some fantastic vocals by Bob. All around a very powerful song. Magnum are pioneers of hard rock in England. They've been around for so many years. They've done so many successful tours, and this band deserves to be bigger than they are. Now, the next song live is the title track of one of their current albums, The Monsters Roar. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Queen, especially with the keyboards. I guess a little bit of Sabotage for the way that they play keyboards. But all around, it's a fantastic song. It's a bit of a laid-back song on this live album, but it's still a good choice to fit in the set. Now, the next song is called The Archway of Tears. This is a really good song. So, plenty of keyboards in this band, as we all know. Very beautiful keyboard components. But there's some great vocals here and some great guitar playing by Tony, also bassist Dennis Ward. Lee's drumming's great as well. Fantastic keyboard arrangements. But Magnum do some really good songs. At times, they do some rockier songs, but sometimes they do some mellow songs. But either way, if you're a fan of Magnum or hard rock, AOR, whatever you want to call it, they're a fantastic band to listen to. And the next song is called The Dance of the Black Tattoo. This is a really cool song for me. I like the way that it's got a detuned guitar sound. Makes it more heavy and gives it more energy and power. The next song is called Where Are You, Eden? This is a really cool song. I really like this one. It's got a lot of variations in it. Very technical in places, but still a really catchy Magnum song. Fantastic vocals all around. Great musicianship. All in all, this is a really, really good live album. It's definitely live. You can hear the live performance. Nice and crisp. I presume that Tony produced the album and the mixing was done by Dennis Ward. I could be wrong, but it's a really, really good live album. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. I think Magnum are doing some really good songs in the past and in the future. Hopefully, they'll do some more albums. So, if you're a Magnum fan, check out Magnum live at KK Steel Mill, released on Steelman Records. Thanks for watching. More reviews coming soon. And please don't forget to subscribe and leave comments. Cheers.